Can you tell by my walk? Can you hear it in my talk? I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. Can't you see in my eyes? It should come as no surprise. I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. I'm barely cool. The barely cool. No, the barely cool. The barely cool. Yeah, the barely cool. The barely cool. No, the barely cool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
start
I hadn't.
it yet. Sorry, I thought you had to start it that
I hadn't
whole time.
started there.
I thought we were talking
No.
about Dark Souls. We got Dark Souls on. No hit.
No hit run.
No hit.
I'll look at the rules. You know what? The audience can't see it. It's a callback joke to when we didn't have video.
Yeah, we
where
used to play
we
video.
can see. Okay, no hit. Excuse me. Oh, that's infuriating.
That is actually infuriating. Welcome back to the Barely Cool Podcast while Judah figures this out.
I got it.
I'm your host, Ben Rowley. That's Judah Middle there over there. We got one camera this week again because it's popular.
Well, I'll tell them the real reason.
It's Wednesday night.
Yeah.
These come out like 24 hours from now.
As soon as
12
we
hours
finish
from now.
recording
12 hours
this,
from now.
I am going to edit this and send it to Ben.
Yep.
Okay,
12
so
hours from now.
you can take damage from fall damage and poison, but
Okay,
you're
that's
not
fine.
allowed to block. No
Not allowed to
blocking's
block.
allowed.
You have to just dodge
dodge
everything.
only.
Wow, that's crazy.
Anyway,
All right, well, how was your week?
how was my week? Let me tell you. Do you mean like since we last recorded? Because that will, it will give me a moment. I will
I
need
hate when people ask me that.
to pause.
When I ask them how was their week and they go, well, what do you mean exactly? What are
Well,
the parameters of the week?
I don't
Just
like-
tell me how your last little bit was.
Okay.
I don't care
Well-
about the specific day. Dear Lord. Just tell me what your in recent memory.
Yeah.
What's been going on?
Okay.
God.
Let's see what's been going on. What's been happening? I'm fighting a little bit of a tiny little bit of a cold.
You're telling me this now?
Yeah, after you're in my house, it's so over. Like it's so barely a thing anymore.
Careful.
Yeah, he almost
Sorry.
got hit by the asylum demon. I did not know the black fire bombs did that much damage. Crazy. Okay.
Sorry, pay
I,
attention. Pay attention.
Monday, I woke up very early, and I didn't have a great sleep.
Monday.
And so Monday, I woke up, and I was like, ooh, bit of a tickle.
Yeah, you felt it?
And I was like, but
I
that's,
hate when I feel the tickle.
I was like, that's probably like because my apartment's so dry.
No.
And then
it's never the humidity. It's never the
No.
dryness.
Hours later. No, I know. And it's not, my apartment's been the same humidity for the past like 4 months.
Yeah, it's always sick
Yeah. So
when you get the tickle.
it was like 1 p.m. and tickle's still there. I had just gotten home from being out all day, and I was like, okay, I got a nap. I gotta nip
Kick it. You got to kick it
Yeah,
with a nap.
nip it early. And so
It's not
I
gonna work.
crawled into bed like 1:30, maybe 2. Laid awake.
And do you do that in all your clothes?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, okay, hear me out. So, I have weird rules for naps.
Guys, he's autistic. Go ahead.
Nap on the couch, clothed.
Yeah, that's fine. I get that.
I'm on the couch
Yeah, I
and I
get
just
that.
pass out. I'll grab a little blanket
That's
and
I'm
throw
talking.
it on top.
That makes sense.
Sometimes I might kick the socks off.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, bed nap, there's 2 potential. Because sometimes I treat a bed nap like a couch nap.
Yeah,
the
on
sense,
top of the covers
on
you
top
throw
of the
like
covers.
bro. Yeah. Okay,
then-
I'm glad
yeah,
you're okay.
'cause so-
You're not crazy.
yeah,
This
so
is
then
good.
I'll do the same thing.
I was scared you were gonna say some weird stuff.
Ew, dude. No. So, I mean, sometimes it is. My one caveat is a little weird. But, so yeah, sometimes I'm just sitting on the bed because we got TV there.
Yeah.
Sometimes Maddie and I are watching different things.
Yeah.
And then I'm like lying there and I'm just like, feel myself drift off. I'm like,
Yeah.
pull the little, and I'll just pass out, clothes on. I like, if I'm really needing to pass out, I'll do a strip down to undies.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
that's tough though. I find that's tough to fall asleep in that thing because it feels like nighttime, and
It
you're like,
feels
it's
like
not
nighttime. So I think
it's not
that's-
bedtime. A
I
nap
think-
is not bedtime.
No. I think that's what screwed me on Monday.
Yeah.
Is I went, let me get down to the
undies. Yeah, she went for the over the covers.
The one
nap.
thing that I do that's weird about the undies one is because I'm like, it's not nighttime.
You don't. Did you leave your socks on?
No, ew,
Okay,
dude,
good.
never.
I'm just expecting you to say something dumb.
It's not that weird. It's a little weird.
What do you do?
I don't I get under blanket, but I don't get under the sheet.
You have a flat sheet?
I got a top sheet, yeah.
A top sheet, that's what it's
Yeah.
called. I hate top sheets.
I know a lot of people do. I didn't ever have one until
So you don't get under the top sheet?
for a nap, no. Because
Yeah,
my
that's
brain
weird.
goes, no.
That's not bedtime.
Yeah. I don't know why.
That's weird, though.
I did it once.
I can't sleep on top of top sheets because then they get all crinkled underneath me and I can feel it. I can feel it crinkled
Really?
underneath me. I
Oh,
can feel it move.
I don't really have that, but when I make the bed, I tuck that top sheet in like crazy.
Oh, yeah. Hospital
So-
fold?
So it's pretty. Oh yeah. Of course, dude.
Good, I'm glad.
But yeah. So on Monday, I was feeling a little ill,
Mm-hmm.
and I came home and it was like 2:00, strip down, go for a little nappy poo.
Didn't kick it.
It was. I didn't fall asleep until I was just lying, kind of half awake for 2 hours. I know this because
What?
I don't know. I don't know how it
You
happened.
had to have fallen asleep at some point.
No, I didn't. Well, here's when I started falling asleep. It was around 4:30. I was half asleep. I think I was maybe a little bit asleep before that. Before 4:30 is when Maddie gets home. I hear her come in, and I have this moment where I'm lying there, half asleep, going, if I wake up to acknowledge my wife, this nap is done.
Right.
It's not happening.
Right.
So
Pretend to be asleep.
And I went, I need this nap.
Yeah.
And so I just went, I'm going to I know I'm going to, I was on the precipice.
Yeah.
I was I'm 5 minutes away from nap.
Yeah.
So I
5 minutes away from nap.
let myself fall asleep. The problem is I texted Maddie at 2:00 to be I'm going to try and nap. She comes home. I'm napping. So she's always been napping for 2 hours. I nap until 5. So she thinks I've been napping for 3 hours. And I wake up and I have to explain to her what I just explained to you of that whole process and go, no, I wasn't asleep yet.
Yeah.
I know I was only asleep for an hour. Yeah. She believed me, which is great because
That's good.
Yeah, I would have looked quite slobbish.
Yeah.
Tuesday, I wake up from that nap and I'm still now it's kind of here, I'm all
moving up.
all my N's are
moving up.
D's, you know what I'm saying? What are we having for dinner? That kind of thing. Awful. I go, I can't. I'm not doing a week-long cold. I cannot do that. It's not happening.
Not at this time.
No. I haven't really been sick that much this winter. And so I was part of me was oh no, if I'm this could floor me. So I'm no shot. I'm making a fruit spinach smoothie. I'm loading up on vitamins.
All the good stuff.
Yeah. And I go, it's 8:30 and I'm bedtime. I pop some NyQuil.
Wow.
Now,
8:30.
yeah, NyQuil, bad move. Shouldn't have done it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What did it freak you up?
I didn't.
I love NyQuil.
I normally do. Normally I
would
like
take
it.
one NyQuil every night if I could.
I would.
If it wasn't
yeah.
bad for you,
Yeah.
to take that often, I'd take it every
Yeah,
night.
I
Knocks
get
you right
you.
out.
Yeah.
I have some good sleeps
I didn't.
on NyQuil.
I think where I went wrong is I took it a little too early. And so I hit a point where I was still up. I hadn't fallen asleep yet, but my body went dude, what the frick is that? I'm it's in The Wolf of Wall Street when they push through the Quaaludes. That's what I felt where I was just my body's dude, you should be asleep. And I'm
Why am I
I'm
not?
still wearing a shirt for some reason. I hadn't taken my shirt off. And I'm trying to take my shirt off and I'm just I'm groggy. And so I fall asleep. But I woke up
you
at
poor thing.
I woke up at 3 a.m.
Ew, I hate
the
that.
most disoriented I've ever been. Where I'm I'm awake, but I'm frightened, and I'm the dream world, and I'm just what's happening? It's I don't. If for those of you watching, if you've seen Akira, there's that scene where he's getting pinged by those weird old men babies, and it's just ding, and it's that's what's happening to me at 3 a.m. where just every small light in my apartment is just a solar flare at my cornea, and I'm just and my brain's not fully awake. It was bad.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, I had a couple of those. So Tuesday, I woke up and I went, do I have a tattoo today? No. Nothing's happening today.
Right, yeah.
And I still I showered and I got ready. Because I find if I wallow in the cold, if I don't get dressed, I don't shower, my body's oh, we're
Or you're
having
sick,
this.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm in the freaking.
Time to be sick.
I'm in the freaking swamps, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no way.
Yeah.
So I got up, I showered, whatever. But other than that, I was like, I'm chilling. Like I'm throwing YouTube on the TV or like a movie, and I'm doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 2 o'clock rolled around, and my body went, "You're a little sleepy," and that's where I had a couch nap. Oh, I should have done that Monday.
You should have.
The couch nap.
naps are.
So good.
It's not really. You can't really. I don't think the only time that I will sleep under the covers during the day
Yeah.
is if I just worked an overnight.
Yeah.
That's it. Or if I'm sick.
I would not
That's-
recommend it.
But like actually sick, like sick.
Yeah,
sick,
yeah.
Like seriously sick.
Yeah.
But dude, your over the covers thing, man. Me and Niece like have like an over the covers nap. That's what
Those
it's
are
called.
good. They're great.
Like where it's like
Yeah.
she'll be like, we're at like church on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's like 11:30. She's like, I'm thinking we're gonna have to do an over the covers nap when we
Nice.
get home this afternoon.
Nice.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah,
it's
it's good.
amazing.
It's incredible.
One of the best naps I've ever had was an over the cover nap. I can remember it. It
You
was with Niece.
and I are in a similar situation where our couches are not quite big enough for a 2-person nap
No.
on the couch.
No.
Like if we're both here, we
Yeah.
could kind of be on top
One
of
of
each
you
other.
has to be sleeping on the other a little bit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's fine,
Yeah.
but it's not ideal.
No.
So yeah, we'll when because Maddie's not a big napper.
See,
So
neither is Niece usually.
so when
Sunday
Maddie,
afternoons, though, different
when
story.
Maddie hits me with a we should nap, I'm like, oh, let's flip it. We're on the bed.
Yeah.
You know,
Over
and
the covers, baby.
We've got our own blankets.
Nice.
We go Swedish style. I think
Nice.
it's Swedish style is what they do. Is what they call it rather. I'm almost to a point, and this sounds for the uninitiated, this could be like loveless marriage core, but it's not. This is your tea, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's a mint tea.
Oh, thank you.
Swedish. I think it's Swedish. Frickin' Nordic.
Ooh,
Scandinavian sleep style is let's say you have a king size bed.
Mm-hmm.
The strat, rather than one king size duvet, 2 double duvets, and they're slightly overlapping, so you're never fighting for covey.
But so that you can get underneath and cuddle.
You
if
can get
want
underneath together, kind of split the diff. But when it comes down to just staying warm and cozy, you have your own. You can get you still treat it like an adult. Like you're not mismatching them. Like
Right.
you still get the same duvet cover,
Right.
so it's matching.
Right.
It actually looks quite. I'll pull up a pic.
Pull up a pic.
Because it
sounds
actually looks
nice.
kind of bougie.
Yeah. Eh?
Yeah. So I brought that up to Maddie, and she was kind of on the uninitiated, like, what? So you don't love me anymore?
Right. Yeah.
And I was
Which
like, no.
I don't think that's the case at all.
No. In fact, I love you more. I'm never going to be stealing blankets from you in the middle of the night.
I want you to be warm and cozy, and I want to be warm and cozy too.
Yeah.
I'll still come over and hang out with you, but I can't really fall asleep.
Scandinavian sleep method. Okay.
The Scandinavians got it all down, eh?
Yeah.
They've got the spas down. They've got the sleeping down. That's it. Those are the 2 things they've got down.
Let's see.
Is there anything else the Scandinavians got down? Conquering
So
land.
here's a little pic. It's like,
Oh yeah,
and then
that
you
looks
just
nice.
kind of drape over the other.
Yeah,
I'm
you wouldn't even
telling you.
know.
I'm telling you.
That looks. I mean, that's the play. I think.
I think it'd be great.
I'll run it by Niece.
Because it does. It hits the same. Oh frick! He just got the Black Knight halberd. That's a good one. It hits the over the covers nap. I'm getting pointed at by my wife. Turn around. Turn around. Both of us.
She wants her water, probably.
Oh, I didn't see it behind me. I thought you were about to like get naked. We're talking about.
Anyways, yeah, we're talking about over the cover naps.
So yeah, when Maddie is like down to nap, I'm like, holy frick, let's get on that bed and over the cover nap.
I'm with you. I'm with
But
you on that.
yeah, so
when
Tuesday,
Niece is down to nap.
Tuesday took it real chill. Woke up. We went to bed early again Tuesday. Did not hit the NyQuil because I was worried I would hit the.
Yeah, you'd go into
I would wake in the nightmare zone again.
Enter the twilight zone.
Yeah, and so I did not take any NyQuil. What I did drink, and this is for my TikTok girlies out there. I had a little drink of tart cherry juice.
What the hell?
It's got all these. I won't pretend to know what it has. Okay. Apparently
Antioxidants?
Apparently, it's got a natural. It's a natural source of melatonin, And so I had a couple gulps of tart cherry juice before bed by. You're supposed to put a magnesium in it.
Magnesium in it too.
But
man, the things you find on TikTok.
But we
why
know-
can't you take magnesium? Because you poop?
yeah, we know how Maddie and
makes
I
you
are.
poop.
Yeah, we get wet poops. Yes.
I've actually been on magnesium and I haven't pooped real bad recently.
What?
Oh,
You didn't
frick.
tell me that. I did
You're
have a very
fricked.
wet poop in the morning.
You're done.
I did have a wet. So you're telling me? Wait, hold up. You're telling me people are at home going, let me have some of my sleep laxative juice and mix in some magnesium?
That's double lax. Double lax. It's the dark berries. They help move the system along.
Now you're starting to lose me. But
Listen, I don't care about this weird voodoo TikTok pseudoscience.
yeah,
I'm sticking with NyQuil.
yeah. But I woke up this morning. I had slept over 8 hours, which is great. I went into work this morning, and I was still
Look at
like,
you going into work.
when I showered, I did like I had to clear my like the steam was like that was pretty gross.
You're choking on the steam.
Yeah. Do you ever? This is a gross thing I do.
Whoa.
This is where some people. I'm being vulnerable here.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I got distracted by
I know he's doing so good.
Dark Souls.
I will when my shower's real hot and I'm sick. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes that doesn't work. I gotta just. blow
Oh,
into my
always. Yeah, I
hand
do that
and then
too.
just like, ugh.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
You're in the
thank
shower.
You. Thank you.
I'm not doing it before. I'll do it before the wash. I'm cleaning everything.
Yeah.
I'm not walking out with
Yeah.
snot all over my hands.
I did also have one of those gross coughs that like dislodged something.
Ooh,
and then I
killer.
spent the next 5 seconds doing like a
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
and
I
I birthed something in the shower. Something
I hate when I
alive.
gotta do that in Niece's home. When no one's home, I'll go loud
Yes,
as I want.
I was going.
I'll
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
But if Niece is home, I'm like in the bathroom going. I'm like
I do that
so
too.
quietly,
I'm trying to,
so
like-
that she doesn't go. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Gross.
When Maddie's home, I try and go like I'll do like a
yeah,
little,
or
and
like,
I just go.
I'll do it into a towel. I'll go like into a towel really fast.
Yeah.
Doesn't work though.
That's great.
Doesn't work as good
Yeah.
as a nice
No,
long loud
in the
one.
shower today because it was just me. I was going for like a. Like I was like, because what happened is Tuesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was in bed and I had a cough, and this one I was in bed and it dislodged, but not enough. And what happened is I think I've been like trained to not clear it.
You're
So
right.
what happened was me in bed, and I go. And then it dislodged, and I'm like, and then it was stuck, hitting my gag reflex. So I'm like rushing out of bed, like gagging because this huge chunk, and I can't clear it.
What the hell?
And I run to the sink to try and like, by that point it had already fallen. And so when I was in the shower. And I coughed, and I was like, I'm getting this freaking thing out of me. So I really
You birthed
gave
it.
her. Yeah, and
That's
I
crazy.
did. It did birth something.
Wow.
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how I've been.
That sounds great.
Yeah. I'm really torn on whether I'm going to take NyQuil tonight. I don't think I will. I think I'm going to rip
I
that.
think you should
I
go
think-
back to Dream World,
Dude, it's not Dream World. It's flipping.
Nightmare Land.
Yeah, it's terrifying. I woke up
I'm
like
just gonna come in. If you take NyQuil tonight, I'm just gonna come into your house at like 3 a.m. and get right in your face or something.
I
and say
did wake
something.
up in fear.
Judah.
I woke up
Judah,
in
we have
fear.
to go. Why are you still sleeping? We have to go. Get up. We have to go.
I woke up feeling hunted. I felt like a
You ever do that? You ever wake up? Sometimes that happens to me where I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll just be like, "What the frick is in my room?"
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm like, I'm lifting the covers up and putting and like folding them under because I don't want to get ripped away by.
Yeah,
a demon,
you won't be
even though-
taken out Paranormal Active style.
Yeah, Paranormal Active style or whatever the other one, Conjuring. Is that when they get pulled? Scary. Scary.
Yeah.
Anyways, that sounds like a fun week. Careful.
No, he's a good guy.
Oh, he's a good guy. We
He
like
tells you to be careful. When you're done, he goes, "Prithee, be careful."
Prithee, be careful.
Yeah, it's awesome. Wait, let's see. I don't know if he's got the dialogue box. Oh, he didn't say.
Wait, where you off to?
Oh, yeah. Normally he hits you with the "Prithee, be careful." Anyway.
Prithee, be careful.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Like that. How was your week?
Oh, midterm season. Right in the middle of it.
Right in the mid of the mid?
Right in the middle of the mids.
Yeah.
It's awful. I'm exhausted.
Ben be smoking mid, Ben be off that mid pack.
I could really use some Adderall, if I'm being honest.
Have you ever?
No.
Me either.
Haven't. I could use some. I'm too scared of drugs.
You know what I'm scared of? I'm scared of, well, first off, there's the people who use Adderall and there's people who use Adderall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's the people who are like, I don't have a prescription, but I'll take it and it like makes me really productive. Then there's the people who are like, oh yeah, I crush it up and I snort it. And I'm like, okay, that's not using Adderall. That's
a drug addiction.
That is abusing drugs.
Yeah.
My fear is that I take Adderall and life just becomes like normal. And I'm like...
Yeah, and then you get hooked. Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, do I have a problem?
Yeah.
Like
drugs scare me for a variety of reasons.
I'm afraid that that I take Adderall and I'm just like, oh.
This is what it feels like to be normal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a prescription.
I don't think that would happen.
I don't know. I know somebody who's very close to me who's got a prescription.
Oh, yeah?
I could ask him, I guess. I could just be like, yo, hook me up with half a pilly.
Let me see it.
No, I don't want to do that. I don't even want to joke about that. It's scary.
Drugs freak me out for so many reasons.
I know how much I'm
scared of what it would be like.
I know how much I like watching the blinking lights at the casino. I can't do drugs. I can't. When I won $100 with Maddie on the cruise, the feeling of endorphins.
Yeah, you've got an addictive personality.
I was like, I can't do drugs. No. I just can't do it. I'm going to. My life will fall apart.
Yeah.
I saw this. This is like sad. It's kind of like infamous if you've been on the internet long enough or maybe like dabbled in Reddit. There was a Reddit post of a guy who was like, I think that I have like a very strong will. I've got like a strong determination and like a really good discipline. I don't think drugs affect me like the normal people. So tonight I'm going to try heroin. And then he did not post for like 2 years. And then 2 years later, it was like, yeah, I'm in rehab.
What the hell?
Yeah, dude. Like, so sad. He like got hooked on heroin because he was like, oh, I'll do it once and then I'm going to kick it. And I'm going to like, as like some sort of like weird self-discipline test. And then, didn't post for 2 years. And he was like, oh, yeah, don't do heroin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dear Lord, that's terrifying.
Isn't that insane? Crazy.
I can't, like, just doing it. Thinking, oh, no big deal. He is just dummying these flipping things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thought of that is actually terrifying. That's awful. Awful.
Yeah. So even like the quote unquote like small drugs, no shot.
No, I can't. I'm so scared of what would happen to me. Even like with Adderall, like I'm just scared that it's like, yeah, maybe I'd get focused and do really good on my midterm, or maybe I would just spend 24 hours focused on like stuff that doesn't matter.
Video games?
Yeah, because I just like, because I get hooked on
looking
something.
up like Elden Ring walkthroughs.
Yeah, and then suddenly it's like Saturday and I took Adderall on Friday morning and it's like, oh, I haven't studied at all.
Yeah.
Frick.
Yeah.
Awful.
Or, see, that's not that scary to me. What's scary to me is all right, Adderall is great, that's, I'm really productive. Mm-hmm. And then like 2 weeks later, I have another busy day. Yeah. And I go, gosh, this would just be easier with that. You know what I mean? Like that feeling where all of a sudden things aren't as good.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't want that.
I don't know, dude. Like some drugs, like Adderall is weird because like if you're in university, at least it seems to me like of the people I know, like it seems like generally like people are like, yeah, some people do, some people don't. No one really cares. Mm-hmm. Same with like smoking weed, some people flipping, who cares, right? And then you start getting to the like auxiliary, like sideline drugs that people are like, oh yeah, like once or twice
I've tried it,
and I'm like, it's like when I for the longest time I was like, I thought I knew what those drugs were. I did not. Like cocaine should not be on that list, but it is.
Oh, it's on the
It's
list.
on the list.
It's on the give it a try once or twice list.
Yeah.
Which
for
is
like a lot of
which
people.
is crazy. People at my high school had done cocaine.
Yeah, okay. I know where you went to high school.
Yeah. No, but like regular people who went on to have regular lives.
Yeah,
like not like just the drug heads who'd skip class. Like I'm talking like your model students.
I remember I was in this period where I was following like a bunch of artists online and like animators, and I remember hearing a rumor that like a lot of them would do cocaine almost like Adderall to just like punch through deadlines.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's not the 80s. Like that's not people aren't doing that.
Nope.
To be productive. And it's like, no, people are doing that.
People are just messing around with drugs like it's nothing.
Yeah. Some people like love cocaine.
Yeah. Like,
It's
listen,
crazy.
you want to talk about, the minor drugs, whatever. We can talk about it all day. But don't do cocaine.
Cocaine
It's
shouldn't be a minor
awful.
drug.
It's
not
awful
good for you.
It's
really
terrible.
It's also
So addictive, too.
It's also like
Awful.
so annoying. When someone's high on coke, they are
Annoying.
really annoying.
Yeah.
I have people that I love, and they've done cocaine, and I've been in their presence, and I'm like,
And you hate 'em.
that stereotype is like not fake.
Yeah.
Like the whole like, let me tell you about a business opportunity. Like it's that,
Oh, yeah. They just
and
get
it
zipped up.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't really care, but I was like, oh, you've crossed at a certain point in the night, you've crossed a threshold and you become
Yeah.
annoying.
All drugs scare me. Psychedelics scare me, mostly because I'm scared of having getting paranoid and then being trapped
Yeah.
in my own body. That terrifies me. I think I'm the type of person who would get all scared and like jump off a bridge,
Yeah.
which freaks me out.
In high school, I was weirdly intrigued by psychedelics. I was like, I don't know if it's because I'm like a stupid little hipster or what. Like I was just like, weed? Nah, dude.
Going right to the shrooms.
I think I was like afraid of schizophrenia. Because like there's that whole like smoking
that
weed
weed
can lead to schizophrenia.
Yeah. Has that even been proven?
It's inconclusive. It's there's a correlation. It's not a causation. That kind of jazz.
Well, close enough for me.
But and so I was like, I'm not freaking
I'm not
around.
risking that causation.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I've got enough going on in my gourd to risk.
I don't need to mess more stuff
adding
up.
some stuff into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for some reason I was like, but it's also smoke. Like smoke to me is like that's not good. Like just in general, like any smoke inhalation.
Okay.
Where I was like, because in high school, like a lot of my friends were like starting to dabble in marijuana, smoking the weed, and I was like, it's bad for your lungs.
Yeah.
Like
Fair.
in the same way
Yeah.
that like cigarettes aren't great for you. Like yeah, there's no tar in like weed, but like
Yeah, it's still smoke.
it's not
going into
great for your lungs.
Yeah.
Like I knew people who like smoked a lot, whether it was like weed or cigs, and like it like it changes how they sound.
Yeah.
Like their voice gets deeper and kind of
Yeah.
raspy. And I was just like, nah, I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'm okay with
I don't
that.
want that.
That's fair.
So I think that was part of it too, where I was like,
But then you went, if I'm eating it, no big deal.
yeah, well, dude, there was like a part of me that was like.
Oh, that's fine. It's better for you.
That was like, yeah, if I am going to partake in marijuana, it's going to be edibles, but I don't know how that works, so I'm probably never going to do it. Because I'm like, I looked it up once when I was in high school, because you know me, I'm like fascinated by like weird stuff and drugs, and like, weird. I like looked up how to make edibles in high school, and I was like, this process is impossible for
Right.
me to parse out.
Right.
Like I seriously for a while thought it was just like you crumble up some weed and
Put it into a brownie.
and it's like not that at
That's
all.
not it, eh?
No.
That's what I thought it was.
So I was like,
I've never looked into it.
as soon as it became more steps than that, I was like, nah, I'm not. Someone's gonna have to flip and
Yeah.
do the
Well,
work
now
for
you can
me.
just walk on down to the corner street and
yeah,
hop on into Habana Cabana.
Yeah,
and
get
flip
some
and
freaking-
buy anything you want.
yeah, get some Sour Patch Kids that are just like each Sour Patch Kid is 1,000 milligrams of THC.
I'm like, what the hell is in this?
Yeah, you have one of these and you're never gonna wake up. Yeah,
Never
that's
gonna
terrifying
wake
to
up.
me for a different reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. For me in high school, I was like, mushrooms seem interesting. Never enough to actually like seek them out because I am a paranoid person, you know. And so I was like,
I've reached a point in my life where I don't like augmenting my mind at all.
yeah,
Freaks me out. Even drinking.
yeah, that's fair.
Freaks me out.
I get that. I
I don't like the thought of not remembering a night too.
Right.
Thankfully, that never happened to me. Like I never got drunk enough that I didn't remember.
Yeah.
But terrifies me.
I had a little bit of that, and it was enough to scare me.
It's scary.
It is scary.
The thought of losing a memory of an experience, like not where it's like, oh, I can't really remember how that went down, but like fully just forgetting completely what happened. That's awful and scary. How's this guy not getting hit right now?
I know he's crazy.
Sorry.
I had one moment like that. Like I would say I've only been like legitimately like drunk once, and I was like, even sort of in the moment, like I felt the line cross, and I was like, this isn't fun enough to warrant what I had to do to get here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the journey was not worth it. And so I was just like, and then
but you get sick after.
But you're already kind of at a point where you're like, you can't fix this. And I did. It wasn't the next morning, it was like a while later, but I had like a note in my phone. I was like,
don't do this.
what the heck is this? It's like, I don't remember writing this. And I like looked at the date and I was like,
maybe
okay.
I shouldn't do that anymore.
Yeah. I already knew I wasn't going to do it, but I looked at the date and I was like, okay. And the note it just said this: Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water. And I went, gosh, I wrote that when I was like inebriated, but I was at a party. So like this song must be
Good.
like super hype. Like it must be a slapper. Like we were at a party.
Right.
And I put it on.
Not a good song?
Well, the song's great, but
Okay.
not a slapper. Like if you're going in
How
expecting
did it pop
like,
on at a party is what you're worrying about?
yeah, I'm like, how did this come up? It's
Maybe somebody mentioned it to you. But see, that
Maybe.
scares me. The thought of being like, someone mentioned this maybe, or it came on and I don't remember.
Yeah.
Kids, if you're watching, and adults too, lay it all, quit it.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
I'm not saying that as some weird guy who's saying, well, don't do drugs. It's not cool. It's just scary, man.
It is scary.
Why you want to freak
It
around
is
with
scary.
that?
I remember I was working at Best Buy. One of my coworkers came up to me and he goes, what do you know about microdosing mushrooms?
Yeah, weird.
And I went, what do you mean? He's like, you take like just a small bit and it like heightens your senses and makes you like productive and like focused. And I'm like,
No.
yeah, but like what if you get the measurement wrong?
Yeah.
And you take like a little bit too much. He's like,
Yeah.
well, if you take a little bit more, like you do start to get some of like the visuals. And I'm like,
Terrifying.
yeah, I don't know, dude. And he was like, no, like it makes you super, like it wakes you up. Like people are starting to do this like in the morning. And I was like, you know,
I'll stick to my coffee.
I was like, you know what else wakes you up? Like caffeine. And that's like super
caffeine,
regulated.
Yeah, caffeine. I think I'm pretty happy
Yeah.
with how regulated caffeine is. That if you want to go down the you do some drugs road, sure,
Yeah.
caffeine's fine.
So I that's me. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't need this. I'll just stick to the caffeine.
I don't understand. I don't know. It just freaks me out. It
It's-
just freaks me out.
It doesn't seem
Michael
worth it to me.
Bublé's joke about microdosing at the NHL
Yeah.
All-Star game was really funny.
It was funny.
But rest of that world scares me.
Yeah.
And I just like all I see with the microdosing journey is that you are just heading down a road where you will need this every day to wake up.
Right.
And that even
Yeah,
I'm not even
yeah.
that dependent on caffeine. I get scared if I get dependent on caffeine. If
Right.
I need caffeine to wake up in the morning, every morning
I see what
without
you're
fail,
saying.
scary.
I see what you're saying.
I'll use caffeine on the days when I'm especially tired. Maybe I didn't sleep as well. I need a little
Right.
pick me up. But I'm not going every morning going, hey, don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. I'm
Yeah,
fine
yeah.
in the morning when I wake up. If I have a dependency on caffeine, like I can't function without it, scary.
Yeah.
And I think that microdosing is heading down that same pathway where it's like, what's the end game here? You're just going to become dependent on it.
I think to me it's basically like I won't judge people. Like, do you?
I mean,
know?
yeah, do whatever you wanna
want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
talking about this in my own life.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend a lot of drug use, but I'm not going to be like, ew, get out of here, junkie. You know,
Well,
like
no,
I'm like,
no, I'm
you're a
not
human
saying that
being
either.
that's worthy of love and whatever. But
I'm saying don't do drugs because I care about you, not because I'm like, ew, that's a dirty, disgusting habit.
Yeah,
Well, it's
yeah.
kind of scary, man. You sure you want to do that?
It's to me, it's this idea of like, it all comes down to like a level of like escapism.
Yeah.
not escapism, but like I want to enjoy every facet of my life, whether that's like a walk in a park on a beautiful summer's day, or a cold, wintry kind of gray day. Like I want to be able to glean enjoyment from the world around me as it is. And I think that as soon as you need to start augmenting that, I think to me that's where I'm like, yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah,
like I get it. Like some people are like, yeah, it makes life just a touch better, and I'm like, fair. But for me, I think life's pretty great as is.
Yeah.
And even in the dark times, like my brain is not always my friend. Like I've been very depressed at times. But I'm like, that's sucks. But I think that there's a difference between like prescribed medication to bring you back to baseline and just going, yeah, let me take 3 of these Sour Patch Kids, and then it'll help me get to the grocery store.
Yeah, see, and that's my exact point. We're getting real here on the Barely Cool podcast today, but that's my thing, is that, and I'm glad you said that, because I don't want people listening to this podcast going, oh, so you're not for, like, any medication, like even the doctor prescribed stuff that like, no, like how you said it, it's different if you are treating an issue that is going to bring you back to the normal, and like eventually, hopefully, you don't have to be on this stuff anymore. If you have to forever, whatever, but you're bringing yourself back to the normal that you're meant to experience. But that's the rest of it is you are elevating yourself to something that is not sustainable. You can't stay there forever unless you do it all the time, and that's when it becomes okay. Well, now you lost me.
That to me is like, dude, going to the grocery store is so flippin' cool.
I love going to the grocery store.
I don't like going to it all the time. Like, I don't like going to the grocery store when I need stuff.
No.
I like going to the grocery store just
hungry.
For fun.
When I'm
and
hungry.
when I can justify going down the snack aisle and going, oh,
I need that
freaking stuff. Yeah. I like that. I love cereal.
Yeah, you're a big cereal guy.
I love cereal. Cereal to me is a delicious, delectable treat. Like, cereal's kind of like low key goated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cereal, I'm kind of cereal pilled. Like, cereal's kind of like my drugs, I think.
Okay. All right.
Like, just picture this, right? Picture this, okay? You've gone to the grocery store, flooded with stimulus because it's so bright. They're playing like, some sort of Bruno Mars song, a little too loud.
Right.
So many colors of the packages, sounds, people shopping. There's like, the frost on the freezers, and maybe you walk by the produce and they've just sprayed that's cool.
You know when you touch the little metal thing on top of the freezers and it's hot sometimes, like it's warm. Cause what's the deal with that? Because
they're like expelling all the hot air. It's
fun. That's like a treat when that
it's
happens.
Fun. And then
wow.
You're walking up and down the aisles. Maybe you need some coffee beans, so you're going like you're doing the bag sniffs. You go, and then you get home. And because you're a little hungry, you sit down and you pour yourself like a big old bowl of a sugary cereal.
Ooh, like a Reese's Puff.
Oh, frick, dude. Yeah.
I love
exactly
Reese's
like a Reese's Puffs.
Ooh.
I love Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs are amazing.
They're so good. And you won't agree with me on this, but I think Reese's Puffs with almond milk is better than Reese's milk with regular milk.
Interesting, that's fine.
Because it adds this kind of like subtle nuttiness. And also it adds like the texture of it is slightly different. And I don't know why, but nummy. It's so good.
I have grown like almond milk. Almond milk has like severely like it's grown on me quite a bit.
Oh my gosh!
You're
almond maxing.
What?
You're almond maxing.
I think I'm gone from. I think I'm on to alt milks forever. I think I'll never come back.
Freaking sucks.
I think I'll never come back because it's It used to be a taste thing, but now I've just gotten used to it. So like now it's like almond creamer in my coffee.
Yeah.
Almond milk in my cereal. Almond milk in like an oatmeal. I put almond milk in like anything that milk goes in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm on almond milk forever now. I think dairy's lost me.
It's just,
and it just makes more sense because niece already drinks almond milk because she's like, I don't know if she's officially lactose intolerant, but it gives her a upset tummy.
Right.
So we don't buy. So if we buy it, it's just for me.
Yeah. That's part of it for us is
Kraft
like
dinner. Almond milk's fine.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
We
Did you, sorry, before I forget, did you see Kraft Dinner change their box design? I hate it.
I did not.
You should go look at it.
We haven't bought Kraft Dinner in too long. I was thinking about it the other day.
It was on sale for like 51 cents the other day at No Frills or whatever.
That's
yeah,
great.
I know. Isn't that insane? But they changed their flipping design.
To like what?
I hate
what
it.
are we talking?
It's weird looking. It's
like the logo or the whole box?
The whole box. Even the colors are off.
No.
Yeah, it's not like a dark blue anymore. It's like a lighter blue.
No.
Yeah. It's like a lighter blue, and I think they might have changed the blue on the letters, and they made the letters a little more round, a little more bubbly, which I don't like.
What is this world coming to?
It's awful. I hate it. It makes it look way less appetizing.
This When will the woke culture stop?
I know. Stop whitewashing wrong one. Stop. Stop messing with my Kraft Dinner, man.
First, they got rid of sweet Aunt Jemima.
Okay, that's too far. That's enough. That's enough.
Oh.
We don't condone that behavior here on the Barely Cool podcast. Is he fighting a chest?
Yeah, it's a mimic. So, okay, you missed this strat. What happened is there's these two big statues in that room, and he shot an arrow at the chest to wake up the mimic so that the mimic killed the big statues, and then now he just has to fight the mimic. Yeah.
Smart.
Pretty crazy. Yeah.
All right, well, yeah, but we're getting real on the Barely Cool podcast here. What else can we shift to?
I don't know.
Did you watch the Emmys?
What?
Did you watch the Emmys?
The Emmys? No. The Grammys just happened.
Sorry,
too.
the Grammys. My bad.
Oh, okay.
I messed it up.
Well, the Emmys did happen.
I got
Grammys?
them too mixed up. The Grammys.
Let me.
They all end in the E's.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Grammys?
No, but I'm really excited for the Oscars.
Okay, well, I'm talking about
they all end in the E's.
What's the Emmys? That's music too, right?
No, Emmys is TV.
Oh, frick off. I don't know any of this stuff. I was trying to be interesting for us for a minute.
Grammys is music. Emmys is TV. Tony's is theater. Golden Globes is like diet Oscars.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I know the Oscars. I don't watch it ever. It's on too late. I'm already asleep by the time it's over.
No, we didn't watch the Grammys, but I
You didn't watch the Grammys?
No. We had people
I watched
over.
a little bit of it.
Did you?
Billie Eilish played What Was I Made For?
Yeah.
What an amazing song.
It's a good song.
I was mesmerized. Yeah, a little bit actually.
It's a beautiful song.
It's very deep. I was mesmerized. She dressed up like a Barbie.
Yeah.
But not like what you'd expect.
Yeah, I know. I saw that outfit. Yeah.
And her brother was playing piano, and he's a cool guy too. Phineas. But
it is a deep song, like in the sense of just like being a human.
Yeah, and she's just
when you consider it like written about like a plastic doll, slightly.
No,
less,
I know. I don't think that Billie Eilish just wrote it for Barbie.
I know.
I think, and
she's touching on real human emotions.
Yes, it just was useful for the moment. Yeah. But and another thing is anyone could sing that song and it would be about a Barbie doll. But Billie Eilish is so talented.
She's got a nice haunting voice.
Yeah, she sung it live. It sounded like she was lip syncing. For all I know, she might have been.
Right.
But it was like somehow she made it. You know how she gets all like airy in that song?
She's got an airy voice.
She found a way to do it live, and I was like, it just sounds like the only thing that you could make happen in a recording studio.
There's a few artists, Maddie and I were talking about that the other day, who have this kind of airiness and like ethereal nature to their voices.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish is one. Lana Del Rey has kind of some of that, and so does Phoebe Bridgers.
Okay.
They all kind of have this airiness, and it's...
Smoked that guy.
Yeah, dude, I was thinking the same thing. Flipping God, I'm knocked him right.
Fell straight
dude,
down.
No, tell me this.
No, he's not. I was like, that doesn't have that much drop on it.
But it woke the guy up, and now he's gonna trick him to probably fall off.
He did.
Yeah,
Holy frick.
Right
That's crazy.
He's in Anne Orlando, guys. Okay.
Anyways, you were saying?
Yeah, Billie Eilish has a great voice. I know that
She's amazing.
I think Miley Cyrus performed, I think.
She did. She won her first Grammy, which
For
was fun to
Flowers,
watch.
yeah.
And I think she deserved it.
Yeah, for like best
Pop
vocal or something.
song or best pop single, maybe.
Something like
no,
that.
No. I think Taylor Swift won best pop.
It was
single.
something for the
I
vocal.
think it was something pop vocal.
Because I remember I looked at it and I was like, yeah, Miley sung the hell out of that.
Yeah, she deserved it. And
She's
then
got
in her
such a good
performance,
range.
she said, like, I just won my first Grammy. And
Right.
It was good. I deserve. But yeah, I don't know. Billie Eilish is one of, like, you know me. I'm not really like super into the music the kids are into these days.
Yeah. But you always were on the Billie Eilish
Because
train.
that was the first time that like one of the youth went, you got to listen to this person. And I
Right.
was like, well, okay, whatever. And
Right.
then I listened to Billie Eilish and I was like, holy frick, she's awesome.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, she's
And
got a
she
cool
has
sound.
she didn't disappoint for me at the Grammys. I loved it. It was my favorite part. I only watched like an hour of it.
Ben's on that Billie Eilish train.
She's amazing.
She's
Anyways, but and
I
then
like Billie
the
Eilish.
Tracy Chapman Fast
Oh,
Car
yeah, I heard about
with
that.
Luke Combs. That was
Yeah.
fun. I didn't really care about Luke's, mostly about Tracy Chapman.
Yeah, you
but-
could have muted him.
Yeah, I didn't give a rip
Just
about
Tracy
him.
Chapman hitting the stage
Yeah.
after like 10 years.
I love
Holy.
that. So I don't usually watch this stuff, but I was really into that. And then I didn't watch the Billy Joel new song, first new song. And
Oh, really? Didn't hear about that.
oh really? Am I
No.
thinking of the wrong guy? No, I'm thinking of the right guy. It was Billy Joel, right?
Probably.
Yeah, he first new song in like 17 years.
Okay, I like Billy
It was
Joel.
actually funny. I haven't listened to it yet, but I heard that it's about like regaining his like libido. But no, but it's about libido for like songwriting. But he doesn't like
Yeah.
like
I know what you're saying.
I'm happy I get to have sex with you again
Right.
type deal,
Yeah.
make love to you. But
Yeah.
he means songwriting, and
That's
I was
pretty
like, that's
funny.
funny. I haven't listened to it,
That's funny.
but I read an article about it.
I like Joel. Billy Joel.
Mm-hmm.
I will say I'll say this. Okay, some people they're in the Joel heads out there, some are only in the serious piano man Billy Joel
Yeah.
camp. No. Give me Uptown Girl.
Yeah,
That's a
ooh, I
good
love an
song.
Uptown Girl.
That's so fun.
Girl.
For the longest time. All the acapella he does.
Ooh,
For the longest time.
Dude, he's good. He's a good
He's
guy.
great.
But yeah, and then I was reading this article too, and people, I don't know why everyone hates Taylor Swift so much.
I mean, I know.
Why? Why is everyone so mean to her?
Do you want me to?
You really want to, like, first of all, so I've got both sides of the camps.
Yeah.
Because I'm in, and so I've got my football friends.
Yeah.
Who are like, oh, I'm just so sick of the
No,
camera
that's
going
lame.
to her. And I'm like,
That's
shut up.
lame,
It's
dude.
fine.
That's
And it's
lame.
like, don't watch the Chiefs games then. And it's like, oh, the NFL is rigged. The Chiefs are winning. So that
No,
shut
that's
up.
insane.
I don't care.
That's insane.
But she announced her new album,
yeah,
which has a pretty cool name. I can't remember what it was called. I liked it.
it's cringe, dude.
You didn't like it?
The Tortured Poets Society.
I thought it was pretty good.
She's a 30-year-old woman. Oh, I'm sorry. The Tortured Poets Department.
I thought it was pretty fun.
She's 30.
Okay,
That's
well,
what a
I don't-
16-year-old girl would
All right.
do.
Well, I mean,
I said this to
all
Maddie.
of her fans are 16-year-old girls.
Yeah, but she and Drake are the same person. They're corny. Drake
that's
does
fair.
something, and he says something, and you go, you're a little old for that.
I mean, I guess.
You're a little old to be complaining about that, Drake. That's how I feel about Taylor Swift. Now,
I think Taylor Swift's appealing to her fans,
yeah.
and I watched Anissa get pretty excited when the album got released.
My wife probably
And there was a lot. There was a lot of joy there, and so when people made fun of it for her making the whole thing about herself, I was like, people are getting joy out of this.
I don't care about that.
Stop getting
I
angry.
mean, you know me. I question artistry that only appeals to fans. I think you shouldn't appeal to fans. I think your music should be.
that's
for
fair.
You
You're
and
saying
you
that from
alone. Yes.
because you're an artist. Yeah.
That's not my beef. That's whatever. That's who cares. I think the title's a little cringy.
Sure. I liked it.
And I think there's some valid criticism. My biggest criticism of Taylor Swift is, honestly, not from a musical standpoint. I think she is flipping. She presents as someone who's like down to earth and like a normal person
Okay.
who's like, I'm just a small town gal looking
Right.
for love, as she hops onto her private jet for the fifth time this week.
We can get on that forever.
And then her fans go, no, you don't understand. She's paying double the amount of carbon payoffs that she needs to. That's not how carbon emissions work. You're just paying the government. It doesn't negate the
Listen,
damage.
we can get on this all we want. I don't give a rip. There's plenty other people who are flying on private jets all the damn time.
I know, but
too.
she's doing it egregiously. While
That's
also,
fair.
look, I would respect her more, and this is like the fan of like wrestling personas in me. If she just went, yeah, so what?
Right.
But she doesn't. She goes, tee-hee, I care. No, you don't. And then also, there's this like 15-year-old kid who Elon Musk was doing a lot of private jetting, and he would just tweet, oh, he's on another private jet, because it's all public information.
Right.
And Elon Musk tried to sue him to be like, stop stalking me.
Elon Musk's a weird guy.
Guess who's also suing him? Taylor Swift is suing this high school boy, being like, you're stalking me.
That's
No.
that's a little weird.
He's calling you out for your carbon emissions.
Anyways.
Okay.
But, okay, well, you can talk about that all day, whatever. But
Well, you asked me why people don't like her.
People are really... I think
she
she brings a lot of people a lot of joy. With... Like, I watched, like, all this TikTok stuff, and people are, like, spending a long time on it. It's very interesting. It's like a TV show, pretty much. And it's like, I think that's bringing people a lot of joy. So just let her bring people joy and stop being so angry all the time.
I
Everyone
agree.
is pissed.
I agree.
I read this article about the Emmys where this guy was just sorry, Grammys. Just dumping on Taylor Swift in the whole article,
no.
and I'm like, stop.
Here's where I land on Taylor
fine.
Swift. Final point, okay? She brings people joy. Cool.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that, and I
Yeah.
will let people experience joy forever. Now,
I don't care about the music, really.
I will if someone hits me with what do you think? I'll be honest. And if someone hits me with oh, she's like the best songwriter of our generation.
Whoa, okay.
Okay.
But I would never say that. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying you are.
Yeah.
But
anyone who says that is crazy.
I've heard that rhetoric.
Okay, well then they're nuts. That's not what I'm saying. And no one's saying that in the articles. No one's going, she's not even that good. Everyone's just going, man, I'm so sick of hearing about Taylor Swift all the time. And I'm like, it's fine.
I
Relax.
said this to Maddie. I said it is kind of astonishing, and she does not get enough credit for this, that she gained relevance so many years ago and has not only maintained relevance, has grown.
She has reinvented, in my opinion, what it means to be a superstar.
Yes.
Like,
all of her contemporaries,
unbelievable popularity.
all of her contemporaries that blew up when she blew up, dust in the wind.
Yeah, exactly.
She has maintained relevancy
Yeah.
for so long, and not only that, but has gained in popularity.
Yeah.
Like so many artists from that generation
Yeah.
are cringe to
Yeah.
Zoomers.
Yeah.
She's not cringe to Zoomers. They flippin' love her.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
You cannot deny
Yeah.
that she's a megastar.
Yeah. She's
Now-
redefined what it means to be a megastar, in my opinion.
Is she that talented of a songwriter? Well, that's a different
Well,
question.
that's whatever.
That's a different question.
I don't care about it. Because I don't care about her music. I don't really listen to it. So I don't care how good the music is. I just think, cool. I mean, good for her. She's bringing a lot of people happiness and joy, and everyone's having fun. The whole TikTok thing, while I'm not into it and don't care about it, it looks like a lot of people are having a lot of fun.
Oh, like doing
looking at photos of her nail color and trying to figure out
She
if she's
took her gloves off after she announced the album.
and
What can it mean?
I'm like,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I do that in like, that's like me watching a Star Wars like show and being like, whoa, look, they made a reference to flippin'. That's the same thing.
yeah,
so I
yeah.
can't make fun of them and be like, oh, they're being all weird about it.
Right.
It's this. I do that.
Yeah.
In video games, I do that.
I think that
Wow, they made a reference to.
right. Yeah, I'm not really in that. I don't really have that. In
Right,
anything.
that's fair. I do that with TV shows.
Maybe I
Anyways,
do.
have you watched Rebel Moon?
No.
You should. Okay, well, maybe don't be a weirdo about it.
It seems.
I thought it was pretty fun. The acting, not that great, but I thought it was a fun story.
Yeah, but
Zack Snyder did a good
didn't
job.
they
He
do,
did
isn't it
class-
like part 1?
Yeah, and part 2's coming out in April.
Freaking lame.
Shut the hell
It
up.
was already.
Just let something
No,
be fun. You're
but
such a snob
it's
with this
not-
stuff. I hate
That's
talking
not
to you about
fun.
movies.
They're trying to manufacture a Snyder cut. They're trying to do. What happened with the Justice League is he got booted off the Justice League and then years later went, let me release my cut, and everyone loved it. Rebel Moon was filmed in one go, and then randomly Netflix went, yeah, but we're only going to give you the first part. So that
It's long, though. It's like 2 hours.
That's not that long.
Well, yeah.
We can handle a 4-hour movie.
No, I know, but
Like-
it might be 3 parts. We don't know.
It's not. It's already announced. It was filmed. It was supposed to come out in one, and Netflix went, nah, we're going to do it in part
All right,
one.
so frick Netflix then.
yeah,
Don't
it's,
frick,
no, I know. It's not a Zack Snyder
don't
beef.
frick Zack Snyder.
No, but I just don't, like, I'm like, I don't want to
That's
watch
fair.
a part one.
It's very Star Wars-esque,
Yeah.
which I find is fun because I know it was originally written as a
Yeah,
as a
something
Star
like that, right?
Wars-esque story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's fun. I watched it. I'm not calling it the best cinema of the
No.
year, but I'm saying it was an interesting story.
That's fine.
Okay?
You and
I liked the main villain in it.
you and I agree on some things.
You
When it comes to
Are a
movies, we're in a different tax bracket.
yeah.
Okay?
You're in the snob tax bracket and
It's
I'm
not
in the
snob. We
I'm
just
in
watched
the I just like having fun.
Yeah, I
Because
like
that's
having
what it's
fun
for,
too.
baby.
No, it's not. Art is not turn your brain off.
I'm not saying it's just that. But
You can do that. I'll be the first to tell you. I'll watch a horror movie, no problem. I'll watch bad action. I'll watch a silly action comedy. Absolute mont. What I'm saying is specifically Zack Snyder has a fan base that goes, "Whoa, dude, this guy's like kind of cracked."
okay, I'm not. Once again, never did I say that
I
Zack
know.
Snyder's the most cracked movie
I
maker
put
in the
my
world.
walls up.
I
put
you gotta,
my snob
you
walls
gotta
up.
relax for a sec and just listen. Let me meet you in the middle point here.
Okay.
I agree. Art should advance something.
Yeah.
And it should explore what it means to be human and whatever.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
but and I think that there is a place in movies and film for that, in cinema
Yeah.
for that. But you have to be okay. So let your snob walls down and let a couple of guys over in Rebel Worldville have fun with a dumb movie and let it be just as good for them and for cinema
Yeah.
to create that experience for people.
I think ultimately it's the same as Taylor Swift.
Stop being all weird and
It
snooty and
comes down-
snobby about it.
It comes down to
Oh.
how it's presented to me. If someone goes, "Yo, check
Okay.
this movie out,"
No,
it's fun.
no. Here's the thing, though. It doesn't come down to how it's presented to you because I just presented it as just a fun movie.
No, you
and
said it was
had a
really
freaking-
good.
No,
You said it was
no,
good.
I said it was pretty good. It was a fun movie, and you had this preconceived notion where you went, "Oh, he's gonna call Zack Snyder the best."
No,
director
no,
in the
no, no,
history."
no, no, no,
And
no.
then you went,
What was
"Ah!"
my beef? What was
And
my
then you-
beef? My beef was them trying to replicate a Snyder cut and splitting into 2 parts. That was my beef. I don't want
Yeah,
to watch
but-
the movie because they're splitting into 2 parts. I don't want to wait for a like synthetic part 2. They're making you wait for a part 2 like a dog waiting for a treat. The movie's filmed and edited, and they're going, "Wait till May, you
that's
dumb
pretty-
slob."
Whatever. I mean, it's.
I don't
fun.
wanna wait for
It's
that.
It's building up some anticipation. What's
what?
gonna happen?
The rest of the story?
Yeah.
It's like someone taking away your Big Mac halfway through.
you could have easily made it 2 different movies. Like it's not like they just abruptly cut it.
Yeah.
It ends like it's like a movie is ending. There is a
No, I know.
a problem and it is resolved.
But from what I've read, they took a movie because that's the other thing is the original cut was like a 3-hour cut,
right.
and then Netflix went, let's add a bunch of that cut
Right.
stuff back in.
It's part of them trying to make money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's my issue.
Which I see. I
don't have
agree.
any issue
and I never said that.
with the film.
All right, go watch it.
So I don't have Netflix, so
Oh, okay, fair. Well, come over to my house and we'll watch it together. It's enjoyable. Anyways,
we just watched
Let's end
Past
there.
Lives, a beautiful film about
I don't care.
a woman
Thanks for
who
listening.
immigrates from Korea.
It already sounds boring. Listen,
No, it's beautiful.
you
It's
should go watch
touching.
Star Wars, the best movie ever. All right. Dude, I cry every time I watch A New Hope. It's so good. All right. Thanks for listening to the Barely. I'm kidding. Relax. Look at that. Did you see that? You're insane.
Because A New
Go
Hope.
have fun once.
What would you
go have fun
cry?
for
What
once?
do you mean cry?
Go have fun for once. All right. Thanks for listening to the Barely Cool podcast. Listen. Just go have fun with
there
your
are
life.
Star Wars movies that
Just
would
go
roar into
experience
cry.
joy. You don't have to. Nothing has to be amazing all the time. Just go. Whatever brings you joy, I'm happy for you.
Unless it's
Thanks.
drugs.
Well, yeah. I don't think that brings true joy. All right. Thanks for listening to the Barely Cool Podcast. See you later.
I've been barely cool for a while, cool with a wink or a smile, but I'm cooler than you are with or without buzz. I've been started, this is really hard for me. Well, I'll stop myself if nobody else does.
The face was at A New Hope, okay? Because my brain saw the movie in my head in a split second and went, crying where?
Because it's just the most perfect cinema.
It's
The best film I've ever watched in my life.
It's fun.
Makes me cry every time.
It's campy.
At the end of it, I go, oh, let's watch it again.
No one knew what George was capable of.
Yeah, so just be happy.
I am.
I don't think you are.